Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The reigning WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton defended her title against Nia Jax in the main event of the latest episode of SmackDown. The entire bout was a back-and-forth affair. Despite Jax's relentless pressure and brutal offense, the buff Barbie found a perfect opening to implement her game plan and retain her title. However, the bout concluded in chaos as Nia Jax was caught off guard and busted open. The ending of the bout saw the irresistible force take a chair in her hand to pick up a win. As Jax rolled in, Tiffy sensed her intention and the reigning champion hit her with a drop kick, hitting the steel chair, which awkwardly landed on Nia's head, causing her to bleed immediately. Tiffany Stratton didn't waste time, executing the prettiest moonsault ever and pinning the irresistible force to retain her title. Following the match, Nia Jax shared a picture of her battle scar, all bloodied. However, Tiffany Stratton reshared Nia's pic on her story and gave herself a new name, captioning it "Legend Killer Baby," dubbing herself the Legend Killer. While discussing the latest episode of SmackDown on Wrestling's Bro Down WWE legend, Dutch Mantel expressed his views about Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton. He was a bit upset about WWE being repetitive with Nia and Tiffany and Naomi and Jade Cargill's feud. Mantel raised concerns about the lack of a women's superstar on the roster and also expressed that Tiffany Stratton should have been the next big star as of now, but is not in the role yet. It will be interesting to see how Nia Jax gets her revenge on the self-proclaimed legend killer Tiffany Stratton, who made her bleed during their title bout. In a move that stunned the WWE Universe and lit up the wrestling world like a firework in the dead of night, Tiffany Stratton walked down the ramp on SmackDown this past Friday with a whole new aura, a fresh identity, a sharpened edge, and a name that she claims will soon be engraved into history. No longer referring to herself as Tiffany Stratton, the former NXT Women's Champion took the mic after her dominant victory over Zelina Vega and announced to a shocked crowd, "Tiffany Stratton was cute, but that girl was just learning. From this moment on, you will all address me as Tiffany Lux. And trust me, I'm about to turn WWE into my designer runway." Gasps rippled through the arena. Fans online immediately exploded with reactions, some praising the bold reinvention, others questioning the change. But if there's one thing that's clear, it's that Tiffany Lux isn't just a new name. It's a declaration of war on complacency in WWE's women's division. A reinvention born in frustration. Behind the glitter and glam, sources backstage say the name change has been in the works for months. Ever since her controversial loss in the Women's Elimination Chamber and being left off the main card at WrestleMania 41, Tiffany was reportedly furious. Several insiders claim she felt underutilized and miscast, especially after transitioning from NXT, where she carried the women's division for months. Word is she went directly to Triple H demanding creative control over her presentation, and he gave her room to prove herself. "She came in with a vision," said one WWE official. "She wanted to kill the idea of Tiffany Stratton being a spoiled rich girl and replace it with something more dangerous, more evolved. Lux isn't just luxury, it's lethal." Indeed, Tiffany Lux made her first big statement on the April 26th episode of SmackDown, when she viciously assaulted Bayley during the post-match interview. Bayley, who was still riding high from her emotional WrestleMania 41 title win, was blindsided by Lux with a steel chair and left clutching her ribs as referees and medical staff rushed in. Lux didn't flinch. She stood over Bayley with her signature smirk and whispered, "This is what a real star looks like." A new era of ruthless ambition. Since adopting the Lux persona, Tiffany has swapped her pink-heavy gear for a sleeker, all-gold and white ensemble with diamond-studded details. Her entrance music has also been updated, featuring orchestral strings over a trap beat with voiceovers repeating "Lux is law." Gone are the giggles and eye rolls. Lux now carries herself with an icy, movie villain-like confidence that has already shifted the tone of every segment she's in. In a backstage segment 2 weeks ago, Kayla Braxton tried to get a word in following Tiffany's squash match win over Aliyah, but Lux simply raised her hand to silence the interviewer and said, "The conversation doesn't start until I speak. You don't ask questions, you listen." The mic drop moment went viral on TikTok and X, formerly Twitter, with many fans comparing her to early Evolution-era Triple H and even a touch of Maryse in her heyday. "She's always had the charisma," said Corey Graves on the After the Bell podcast. "But now she's channeling it in a way that's unpredictable. She's not just a Barbie anymore. She's a Bond villain in 6-inch heels." The locker room reacts. While the WWE Universe seems split on Lux's reinvention, the women's locker room is reportedly feeling the heat. One SmackDown talent, who asked to remain anonymous, shared, "We all saw the promo before SmackDown last week. It was chilling. Tiffany's not playing around. She walks backstage now like she's already the champion. And if you ask me, she's just waiting to pounce on Bayley again." Bayley, still recovering from the sneak attack, responded on social media with a short, cryptic tweet. "Lux or Stratton, doesn't matter. You've got something coming." Many believe the two are destined for a showdown at SummerSlam, possibly with the Women's Championship on the line. Bianca Belair, on the other hand, showed a mix of respect and caution. In an interview with WWE Digital, she said, "Tiffany Lux, she's got attitude. She's got style. But let's see if she's got the strength to back it all up. Because over here, we don't just dress like champions, we fight like M." From developmental darling to SmackDown supernova, the woman now calling herself Tiffany Lux has come a long way from the bubbly, glitter-drenched character who debuted in NXT in 2021. Back then, she was all about daddy's money and tanning appointments. But under that character was a true athlete, a former gymnast with strength and agility that immediately turned heads. Her evolution in NXT was rapid. Her in-ring IQ grew, her mic work matured, and soon she was holding gold. Her battles with Roxanne Perez, Lyra Valkyria, and Indy Hartwell cemented her as a top-tier talent ready for the main roster. But according to Lux herself, that wasn't enough. "I didn't want to be remembered as someone who was promising," she said during a sit-down with Kathy Kelly. "I wanted to be remembered as inevitable." And so the Lux persona was born, a character inspired by fashion moguls, elite power brokers, and yes, even a dash of Regina George. Plans for gold and beyond. The current rumor is that WWE is building toward a triple threat match at Money in the Bank featuring Bayley, Bianca Belair, and Tiffany Lux. Some insiders say it may even become a fatal four-way if Charlotte Flair returns in time, setting up what could be one of the most glamorous, high-stakes women's matches of the year. But Lux isn't just thinking about gold. In a WWE.com exclusive, she teased something much bigger. "I'm here to redefine what a main event woman looks like," she said, staring directly into the camera. "Not just title matches. I want press tours. I want closing WrestleMania. I want the whole world talking about me, and they already are." Fan response and merch surge. Within hours of her name change announcement, WWE Shop dropped an exclusive Lux the Edición shirt in black and gold. It sold out within 4 hours, prompting a restock and new Lux-branded hoodie coming later this month. Lux is also reportedly being considered for a high-profile sponsorship campaign with a luxury fragrance brand, which would mark one of the first times a rising female star receives such an opportunity this early into her main roster run. Wrestling journalist Denise Salcedo noted on her YouTube channel, "Tiffany Stratton had fans, sure. But Tiffany Lux is starting to build something more dangerous. A following. People are buying into the illusion. She's becoming the show. The Lux effect." Every so often, WWE experiences a character transformation that goes beyond wrestling and enters pop culture. The man Becky Lynch did it. Rhea Ripley with her gothic mother dominance did it. And now Tiffany Lux may be next in line. What makes her different is the total control she has over her brand. From the cadence of her voice to the exact angle she stands during backstage interviews, Lux is curating every detail. She's not waiting for a story. She's writing it herself. And as for the rest of the roster, they're on notice. You've been warned. Lux said with a coy smile in a post-show interview. There's only one name that's going to matter around here by the end of the year. And that name? Tiffany Lux. Say it with diamonds. Spell it in gold. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.